So when we talk about ethics, we need to ask ourselves, what is an ethical leader? An ethical leader is someone with an ethical mind. As DuBrin summarizes, an ethical mind is a point of view that helps the individual aspire to good work that matters to his or her colleagues, companies, and society in general. Developing an ethical mind begins with the belief that retaining an ethical compass is essential to the health of the organization. These types of leaders put themselves in a position where they ask themselves serious questions about the decisions they make. Is it right? Is it fair? Who gets hurt?
Die Versprechen des Führers von Frieden und Wohlstand sind verfälscht worden und haben nichts als Verwüstung hinterlassen. Die von Hitlers SS verübten Gräueltaten sind eine Schande für die Ehre der deutschen Wehrmacht. Im Offizierskorps herrscht weit verbreiteter Abscheu über die Verbrechen, die von den Nazis begangen werden. Die Ermordung von Zivilisten, die Folter und das Verhungern lassen der
Starvation of prisoners, the mass execution of Jews. My duty as an officer is no longer to save my country, but to save human lives. I cannot find one general in a position to confront Hitler with the courage to do it.
Colonel Stockenberg, sir. The general will be here in 4 hours.
Thank you. I'll need to see him when he arrives. I find myself surrounded by men unwilling or unable to face the truth. Hitler is not only the arch enemy of the entire world, but the arch enemy of Germany. A change must be made.
In this clip, we see Tom Cruise playing Colonel von Stauffenberg, a member of the German military who had to ask himself many of these same questions. Is it right? Is it fair? Who gets hurt? From his answers, he realized what the Nazis were pursuing was not right, was not fair, and many were getting hurt. So as an ethical leader, he was compelled to act, to bring attention to the issues, to at least attempt to be an ethical leader in an unethical army. For this, he lost his life. How to be an ethical leader. There are 5 ethical leadership behaviors a person can demonstrate. Being honest and trustworthy. This is where a leader demonstrates integrity in their actions and behaviors. Paying attention to all stakeholders. They strive to put parties' interests in mind to avoid making winners and losers. They build community, having the ability to move people towards a common goal. They respect the individual, treat others as though they have worth. They accomplish silent victories. Being quiet and humble and working behind the scenes provides the most success.
All day, baby, all day. Can't stop that. Can't stop that.
Hey, Coach, your shoes untied, sir.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Warren. Woo! Look at that bow. Look at that. I tied that shit. Can I get something on the boat? Let me get some. Are you crazy? What is wrong with you? What's wrong with all of you? Since when is winning not enough? Playing hard not enough? No. You have to humiliate your opponent. Taunt him after every score. You won 4 games last season. 4! What gives you the right to take the game that I love with trash talk and taunting? What gives you the right to wear Richmond on your chest and act like punks?
Coach, they were John too.
So? You can't show some class? Act like a champion?
Here we can see Coach Carter showing us at least 3 of the 5 ethical leader behaviors. He's building community, moving his players towards a common goal. He's enforcing the need to respect the individual, their opponents, treating their opponents as though they have worth. And he's encouraging them to accomplish silent victories, teaching them to be humble. What is an unethical leader? An unethical leader leads their followers down the immoral path in pursuit of a personal goal. It is important to note that unethical leaders often have many of the same attributes as ethical leaders. They are usually charismatic, and their followers will do anything for them. They will often use the tactics of rational persuasion, exchanging favors, and bargaining. The difference here is that an unethical leader has the ability to convince his followers that what they are doing is really okay for them to do. They do this through various tactics such as deliberate Machiavellianism, gentle manipulation, undue pressure, and debasement.
Now what happened was murder and armed robbery. Oh wait, we had badges, so it's different?
Oh, son, can't open your eyes. Can't you see? Huh?
That man was your friend, and you killed him like a fly.
Come on, my friend, huh?
Yeah.
Tell me why. Because he knows my first name? Son, this is the game. I'm playing his ass. That's my job. That's your job. Roger sold dope to kids. The world is a better place without him. Hey, this man was the biggest major violator in Los Angeles. Take the money.
I mean, I already told you I'm not gonna take that. I'm not gonna take that.
Okay, don't just burn it, barbecue it, fish fry it. I don't give a fuck, but the boys will feel better.
But fuck their feelings.
Jake, you're not making them feel like you're part of the team.
The team?
In this scene, we can see Alonzo, played by Denzel Washington, using many of these unethical techniques: undue pressure with the cash bribe, gentle manipulation, and the bandwagon technique, attempting to get Jake Hoyt, played by Ethan Hawke, to go along with the murder of a crime suspect because the rest of the team feels it was necessary. Social responsibility is when a business adopts ethics as a leadership cornerstone. According to DuBrin, the most effective route to an ethical and socially responsible organization is for senior management to provide strategic leadership in that direction. In this way, senior managers become ethics leaders. Their policies and actions set the ethical and social responsibility tone for the organization. Businesses become socially responsible by placing priority on creating pleasant workplaces, helping to build a sustainable environment, and engaging in philanthropy, just to name a few.
You've been accused of practicing medicine without a license. It's a very grave charge, son. Are you aware that it's unlawful to practice medicine without a medical license?
Yes, sir, I am.
Are you aware that running a medical clinic without the proper licensing can place both you and the public in a great deal of danger?
Is a home a clinic, sir?
If you are admitting patients and treating them, physical location is irrelevant.
Yes, sir. Will you define treatment for me?
Yes, treatment would be defined as the care of a patient seeking medical attention. Have you been treating patients, Mr. Adams?
Well, sir, I live with several people. They come and go as they please. I offer them whatever help I can.
Mr. Adams, have you or have you not been treating patients at your ranch?
Everyone who comes to the ranch is a patient, yes. And every person who comes to the ranch is also a doctor.
I'm sorry.
Every person who comes to the ranch is in need of some form of physical or mental help. They're patients. But also every person who comes to the ranch is in charge of taking care of someone else. Whether it's cooking for them, cleaning them, or even a simple task as listening. That makes them doctors. I use that term broadly, gentlemen, but is not a doctor someone who helps someone else? When did the term doctor get treated with such reverence as, oh, right this way, Dr. Smith, or, excuse me, Dr. Scholes, what wonderful foot pads, or, pardon me, Dr. Patterson, but your flatulence has no odor. At what point in history did a doctor become more than a trusted and learned friend who visited and treated the ill? Now, you ask me if I've been practicing medicine. Well, if this means opening your door to those in need, those in pain, caring for them, listening to them, applying a cold cloth until a fever breaks, if this is practicing medicine, if this is treating a patient, then I am guilty as charged, sir.
Patch Adams, as played by Robin Williams, created a medical clinic based on sustainability and philanthropy. He drove his clinic on the basis of his strong moral compass, believing that it wasn't the job of a hospital to make money, but to treat people. His use of patients as doctors created an environment where the poor could pay for their medical care with service to others. This single action both exemplifies philanthropy as well as sustainability. What many people may ask is, are ethics good for the company or organization? According to DuBrin, high ethics and social responsibility are sometimes related to good financial performance. A recent developed model of leadership between corporate and social performance and profits emphasizes the role of supply and demand. The model states that when demand for social responsibility investments increases, value-maximizing managers will find it in their self-interest to make these investments, even if cash flow is reduced. Also, despite spending money, the market value of the firm might increase when the demand for these investment opportunities is greater than the supply. An example might be that investing in programs to improve literacy among poor children might have a payoff because there is a big demand for this type of investment. However, investing money to help preserve reptiles in the Arizona desert might not have good return because of low demand.